What are you drinking?
Ooh, some coconut water.
Oh,
I'm out of
nice.
water. And then I forgot my jug.
Oh yeah, because Hannah goes to this place.
Mhm.
What's it called? Hopefully they could
So it's called
sponsor us
a
someday.
divine H2O. And Barbara, I love her. I love her dearly.
Mm-hmm.
And she supports me and gives me all my mantra water that sustains my body.
So what is this? What's special about this water?
So this water, which Barbara could tell you a lot more than I know, but basically it's not only alkalized, but it also has added minerals in there to make it a high density and vibrant water. And then throughout this process, she then infuses the water with different mantra.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, some water is love mantra, some water is gratitude, some water is well being. Actually, I don't know if gratitude's one, but prosperity, for money. Um,
So different
Sometimes, yeah,
intentions
different
behind
intentions
that
behind the
water,
water.
and also you need to when you drink it, you should also set the intention within yourself, and then it's
Oh,
just
that
doubling the
is
amount, bro.
double. I don't always take it that next step.
Yeah,
So that's a
do
great
it.
idea.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
And this is in Studio City, right?
Yeah, it's in Studio City, but there's one also in West Hollywood on Sunset.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think the water, so there must be science behind it, but when you infuse water with the mantras, like the molecular level or size or scale of the water changes. Something changes within the water to actually be different.
Mm-hmm. Like chemically, like you can
Yeah.
see it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, under the microscope.
Mm-hmm.
So, second I was introduced to that, I was down.
Bro. Yeah, I and ever since you told me, I've been thinking about it. But it's like I just have such a long list of like things that I want to incorporate in my life. Like
Hey,
I'm
baby
going
steps,
like
baby
one by
steps.
one. Yeah,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
moving was this whole
Mhm.
process.
Mhm.
Because I'm adapting to like a new space and like
Well,
living
and
on my
now being
own.
on your own,
Yeah.
because even still, you had a roommate like the first
The
month.
first month, I had someone sleeping in the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
now I'm like,
now you're like alone for
mm-hmm,
real.
mm-hmm.
Which
I've
when
been
was the last time you lived alone?
probably, I mean, during quarantine, I spent the
Oh yeah.
first 3 months, I mean, almost like 5 months by myself
Mhm.
in that 3 bedroom apartment. But I was by myself and like basically living by myself, but it was not the same, you know. And that was
Yeah.
like also kind of like more my space than anyone because I was like the
Yeah.
main person in the lease and I would sublet the rooms and everything in the common areas was mine and
Mhm.
basically set the rules and like all of that. But still, now I'm like for reals,
For real.
for
It's your
reals.
space.
Yes. And yeah, learning like what do I need, what's like, you know,
Mhm.
convenient
Mhm.
and what's just like an idea that
Mm.
it's just I thought I liked, but
But you're like, nah,
it's not
it's
functional
not
or
happening
something,
right
or like
now.
I'm not liking it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
So yeah, it's been a process. And
Mhm.
also like with this project and spiritivism, it's like all my free time is just like that.
It's
So
active.
sometimes
Your
yeah,
activism is very active right now.
it's acting out. So yeah, but yeah, baby steps. I want to get that
Mhm.
water eventually because I also like that it's because I feel like where I am, not like the city of Burbank, but like specifically the little house, like a little cottage. It's like old pipes,
Mhm.
and with old pipes, there's always like
Stuff.
nasty stuff in the water, and I
Mhm.
just have a filter, like a have
Like a just sort of regular, yeah.
a summer pitcher
Mhm.
with
Mhm.
those like biodegradable filters, blah blah blah, blah, blah,
Mhm.
blah. But yeah,
But also, this is LA water.
yeah, yeah.
Which, like, it's so strange moving here and having different water because growing up in Colorado, like we
Mm-hmm.
just drink out of the tap water because it's
Yeah.
so fresh from the mountain. So when I came here and they're like, do not drink that tap water, even though the whatever water and power company sent out an email to everyone saying like it's safe
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah,
drink
it's
the water,
supposedly safe
quote
to eat.
unquote,
But you know how all those things that, I mean, just in the food, like they're FDA approved and they're
still got
shit.
bugs.
Yeah, they're horrible.
Yeah.
So yeah, their standards are not great, or what they consider like good or safe is not
It's like a
safe.
C minus
Yeah.
if you're
And
grading
yeah, yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
scale.
So it's like, yeah, approved,
Barely.
but like mediocre. Like
Yeah, like if you
mediocrely.
have to drink water, that is drinkable.
Yeah.
Don't go to the river.
And to
That's
me, it's
dry.
like in Mexico, you just can't. Like, you're not supposed to drink tap water. So to
Mm.
me, the fact that this is a C minus, it's like, me, oh, okay.
Yeah, all right. Well,
Oh,
whatever.
you can drink this water. Oh,
Weird.
well. So it's like the opposite as
Interesting.
you,
Yeah, yeah,
where
yeah.
like your water was like, oh, the perfect water. For me, it was like, oh, well, now I have that option in case
In case.
anything happens, I can still
Yeah.
just like drink it. Because in Mexico, that's not an option.
Mm. Good to know.
Mm. But yeah, what's it called? The water?
A divine H2O.
A divine or
A
divine?
divine.
Oh, a
Sorry.
divine
A
H2.
divine. A.
Ooh, divine.
Divinity.
Yeah, famous rapper
Oh,
in the original movie of Hairspray.
good to know.
But moving on, your
Yes.
makeup looks great. Just
Thank
let me tell you
you.
that.
Okay, so I
And
did
if you're
my
watching us
makeup.
on YouTube, you can see the metallic, sparkly.
Essence.
Exactly.
Well, I was like gray and black, so I'm gonna need to do something with that.
Yeah.
Of my clothing. And also I just started my period. So
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So when I saw you, I was like, okay,
like, what is
I
this?
dig. I like this look and like in the bun because the trend is bun.
Buns.
We're both wearing bun.
Buns.
We both have high buns.
Mm-hmm.
But also I was like, ooh, I like all of this because it was like the bun and like the makeup and this hair and pants that I love.
Yes.
And yeah, I was like, yeah, I like this look. And you're like, well, this is also the look of I just got my period.
Yeah.
Today?
That's what that means. Yeah, this morning.
Okay.
Which I knew it was coming because I was getting some nausea yesterday.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I was like, it's that time.
Is that like a recurring thing for you, like, to get nauseous when you're about to get your period? Is that one of the symptoms?
It's one of my like signals to my body, which is interesting because I'm just kind of relearning about my body again and my menstrual cycle because I've had an IUD in for like 5 years. And I finally decided earlier this year to take it out because I don't want any foreign objects that are plastic or metals or whatever in my
Just
body.
foreign objects.
Or yeah, just foreign objects.
Non human foreign objects.
Yeah, just yeah.
Permanent foreign objects.
Yeah, just I don't want any thing that's stuck in there. So because of that, now my menstrual cycles are very different compared to when I had the IUD. So I'm starting to learn what does it actually feel like to have my period just
run free.
Yeah, from my body.
Yeah.
So a small tell, because I normally don't get cramps, because cramps are actually a signal that your body's hormone levels are not
great.
Well, yeah, okay. Like you have an imbalance.
I cannot feel something.
Yes.
Especially during the second day or like first and second, I can feel like, oh, yeah. But it's like so slight, not at all like people that are like bent over with pain and that have to like do like compress, like
hot compress and like migraines and like dark rooms and curled in fetal position.
Never.
Like if that's happening to you, you need to talk to someone in the fertility world or your doctor.
They do. But what do doctors know?
Well, they know a lot because they go to school, but also.
Oh yeah. I mean, specifically about like the holistic approach.
Right.
I've been actually very surprised lately because two friends, one of my friend told me that he had gallstones. Gobble?
Gallbladders.
Gallbladder.
Or
How do you call it?
gallstones.
Gallstones?
Yeah,
Okay.
gobble
Because in
turkey.
Spanish is like a completely different thing. I don't
Gobble
know.
gobble.
He has gobble gobble stones.
That's perfect for Thanksgiving.
This is perfect. I don't know if we're recording this like late October, but I don't
Yeah.
know when we hear
Hopefully
this.
it's in
It'll be
perfect
like,
time near Thanksgiving.
yeah. Well, so what are they called?
Gallstones from the
Gallstones.
gallbladder.
Yeah. Okay. For
But
us,
that's
different.
terrible.
Yeah, but the thing is that he was referred to a really great doctor that was knowledgeable enough to be like, okay, so physically, this is what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And number one, this is what's happening. Some doctors don't even say that, what's happening. They're just like, oh, yeah. Blah, 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 blah. And like, you don't understand. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
And then, second of all, he's like going to the cost. Like, okay, I remove them now, or like you dissolve them now, but what caused them?
Yeah.
So they don't come back. Most doctors don't do that, which to me is like, how? And the thing was probably drinking so much Coke, like
Coca-Cola?
almost every day. Yeah.
Oof. Yeah.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Pésima para las piedras en la vesícula. That's how we call it in Spanish, piedras en la vesícula, y'all. So that was the second part that I was like, great. And then the third one, which was like, brava, was that he was like, okay, and then holistically also, I'm thinking that you might be the kind of person that maybe like holds things in, or that you don't want to express certain things to people to not seem difficult, or like too much, or
you
like
don't want to be a burden. You don't want to be.
You don't want to be a burden. You don't want to, and that's exactly his personality.
Ah.
So after that, he even, I think, started like, I don't know if he was already in therapy or he started going after this, but I know that he brought this specific topic to
Good.
therapy because of this, because of the stones.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yes, doctor, that's the kind of like doctors we want. Yes, they know a lot about that, the non-traditional, I mean, how do you call this? The medicine that's not ancestral, not traditional.
Yeah.
I mean, the modern,
non-traditional, yeah.
The modern medicine. And that's very helpful in different contexts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not like they're stupid. No, of course not.
Yeah.
And they study a lot, but it should be a holistic approach.
Yeah.
Or with someone else that knows about the other things.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the other instance was a friend of my sister's. Yeah. She actually had a lot of these things that you're describing in her like menstrual cycle, like hormonal
or PM
thing.
or not PEMF.
PMS.
PMS.
MDMA or what?
What?
How do you call Molly? MDMA? Yeah. MDMA, EDM.
Like, how do we do
like the music festival? Like saying all the wrong letters.
No biggie. Just all the letters combination.
So she went to her OBGYN and she suggested her to become vegan. She's like, probably like meat and dairy and like, I mean, animals and their secretions are causing some of these, or could use stopping their consumption. God. Might help you, might be beneficial for your health, for your
for all the cramps, for all the symptoms you're
and that's how she went vegan. And of course, once you go vegan, you start exploring all of these other, like if you go vegan for health, you start obviously looking into the environmental
impact and benefits,
and also ahimsa, like the compassion and all of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what. So I was like, okay, good. I want to see more of that.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna see where those
Yeah.
hours.
I mean, because it's also too, it just feels like the information isn't out there. It's
Mm-hmm.
made it, I guess it seems like we all just have all these symptoms and then they prescribe stuff to like fix it or
Yeah.
band-aid it. But it's like actually no, your body is capable of experiencing a menstrual cycle and going through your entire month without having such harsh symptoms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's
And like in
interesting.
also in yoga, how do you what do you do? How do you
Well,
like do you stop practicing when you're in your
so
period?
it's
Like what?
yeah, I've also kind of explored that too
Because
because
traditionally they say, I mean, let's start with the
yeah.
fact that yoga was made by men and for men.
Mhm.
So when they started like welcoming women into the practice or considering women, they started also making these rules for them, for us.
Yeah.
Because when I did my certification in India, it was like, don't do inversions when you're in your period. That was like
That was the
one
same
thing.
message I got in my teacher training as well.
Hmm. But before this, like, I've never had any like big symptoms or signs during my period. So I would, before practicing yoga, I was still like handstanding in the wall or like
Mhm.
doing cartwheels or doing things like that. And I was also doing a lot of, when I was a girl, I used to do a lot of, how do you call that? Shoulder stand?
Yeah.
Like just
Like legs in the
intuitively
hair air.
in the bed, I would hold my hips and
Yeah.
put my legs up.
Yeah.
And I would do that all the time. I found that
Mhm.
like
Just
fun
fun. Yeah.
fun to do. Yeah.
Yeah, we would do it on the couch.
Also handstand against the wall. I would find that really fun and I
Yeah.
would do it. And so I was like, why? I'm not gonna stop now. If I've been doing these things
Right. Your whole life.
my whole life, even after I started my period,
Mhm.
why would I stop because some like yogi, some
Mhm.
dude is telling me to do it?
Mhm.
So I just do what my body feels like doing.
Which I think is the best way to approach it. Because I know for me, like when I learned about this, it was kind of taught with the idea of the direction that the energy is moving in your
Mm-hmm.
body. You know what I mean? So, what is happening, right, is through the menstruation, the energy is pulling downward and out. So, that's a downward energy that is apana.
But that's all the things because when you eat, like digestion is the same thing.
Yeah,
It goes from your mouth to your anus, so that's always flowing in
right.
that direction
And that's why they say, too, like you shouldn't eat like
right
roughly
before.
2 hours
Mm-hmm.
before you practice yoga,
Mm-hmm.
physical asana,
Yeah.
I should say,
Yeah.
or breath work.
Yeah.
So I learned that with that downward energy, what is advised not to do is go upside down because
Mm-hmm.
then you're changing the direction of the energy.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of when I learned. And I also learned not to necessarily do types of breath work that is really energizing and stimulating to, again, pull the energy up. So, like breath of
Mm.
fire, you aren't necessarily supposed to do when you started like the first 2 days of your period because there's already so much fire within the womb,
Mm-hmm.
and the energy pulling down that you don't want to ignite it more.
Yeah.
Um, and so I understand these concepts and
Yeah. Appreciate the suggestion, and I
yeah.
take it into account.
And sometimes, I mean, like I think it's good to have all aspects
Mm-hmm.
considered
Yeah.
because then you can associate in your body what feels best and
Yeah.
okay for you that day and that time
Mm-hmm.
and when you're going into practice right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you might set an intention, yeah, I'm going to continue to do all the things I would regularly do. And you might find yourself halfway through, like, no, I don't actually want to do downward dog anymore,
Yeah.
you know? And it's okay to change your mind immediately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because also, I mean, this as a general rule, every day, like every time you go to the mat is different.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
you can't expect your body to feel or do the same things. You need
Mm-hmm.
to really
Mm-hmm.
be in tune with what it needs
Mm-hmm.
and move, taking that into consideration. And now if you add that being on your site, like the I mean the what day of your cycle you're in that day,
Mm-hmm.
it's like another thing you can add to, like, okay, how do I feel? And also like
Right.
emotionally and all
Yeah.
these other things, not only
A lot
physically.
is going on
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, you're literally experiencing grief.
Mm-hmm.
Like your body is grieving
Yeah.
the loss of not of creating this home for what a baby would have and recognizing, oh, no baby, no life. So now we
Mm-hmm.
shed.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a grieving period. So if you find yourself unexpectedly somber or emoting in the middle of class or anywhere, actually, um,
Let it flow.
it's just like that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it's literally okay. If you feel like, what the heck, I don't even know what's going on. It's okay. Just let the emotion go because it wants to move through because
Mm-hmm.
the body is going through a process.
Yeah.
Um,
Drink your coconut water,
okay.
bitch.
I'm like, all of a sudden I have all these things to say.
She's
When
been
is
like,
that?
she was like talking and like getting like about to drink it and then kept on talking and then about to drink it. So I'm just like,
This
let's
is,
just pause and just
this is
take
what
a sip,
happens when I
motherfucker.
don't plan what I'm saying. And then I'm like, oh, wait, there's still more coming out of my mouth. Hold on. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, wait, there's more.
So you personally, what experience you have on doing, like practicing asanas on your period?
So, me today, no,
Mm-hmm.
none of
It's
that.
like the second or first day, right?
It's the very
Yeah.
first day. So, like for me, the first 1 to 2 days, I don't do any physical movement,
Mm-hmm.
which I,
What's your excuse the rest of the days?
damn it. I know. Sometimes I've been like, all 7, 8 days,
Same,
nothing.
same,
I've done it.
same.
I've done no yoga, no body movement, no nothing.
Yeah.
But in high stress times and like things that are going
Oh
on
yeah.
otherwise in my life, I'm like, I literally don't even have the energy. And I know my best medicine is sleep at that
Mm-hmm.
point, or like sleeping in if I
Oh
have a
yeah.
chance to sleep in, or just lay there and rest.
Because that was what I was gonna. That's what I was gonna say. Because I think I always tell myself like, no, but this is what's gonna make you feel better. Because sometimes it is,
Sure.
but there are other options. There's sleeping. That's a good one too, or just like restorative
Yeah,
yoga.
restorative yoga is
Yeah.
perfect.
Just
Or even a yin if you want some more
mm-hmm.
action.
Going to the little, even like laying in the hammock, that's restorative yoga to me, like going into my
Mm-hmm.
swing, not sexual swing, but maybe hopefully later. It's in my porch right now, but I mean
Front row and center.
but here's hoping. Yeah, it's it's a withdrawal of the senses. I mean, it carries you, so you're
Mm-hmm.
floating, and
Mm-hmm.
that's restorative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then usually what, like, okay, first and second, no physical activity. Your medicine is to more like slow down, rest,
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah. I think for me, those first couple of days, I really assess and see if I want physical body movement. Um, but then usually after like day 3, 4, 5, I start to incorporate a little,
Hmm.
even if it's just some cat cows and
Yeah.
some like sun salutations, and that's it. Um, but you know what? I have no rules.
Yeah, me. I don't either. I think the rule is just like do whatever the fuck you want.
It's like literally on that day, and I can't even decide on the day. It's like in that moment. Do I want this or not? And it's not the do I want this like ego mind.
Hmm.
It's like, hey, body, do you want this right
Yeah.
now? And I think that's why, too, why it's important to like give the options and educate people around like it's really your choice.
Yeah.
Like if I'm teaching a yoga class and I say, like, if you are on your menstrual cycle, you might not want to do this posture because blah 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 is said, but
Hmm.
also you are your own woman and you are able to make the choices for your body in this moment at this time.
Hmm.
So just take into consideration everything, but understand you don't have to.
And I like that it's not like my ego. What do I want? It's
Yeah.
like your body, like really your body.
Yeah, I have to ask my
Because sometimes
body.
I mean, at least I feel in my case, I could fall into this habit of like, oh, what do I want? I want to know what do I want, or like,
Mm-hmm.
I make the commitment of like working out every day. So what do I want to work out?
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, it's not what my body wants, and
Right.
that's what's really important here.
Right.
Fuck your ego.
Simmer down, ego. I know you want to do it all, but I know you want to prove the man wrong. I'm a girl yogi and I know what I want.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
can do a handstand if I want
Exactly.
to. And you can.
And you sure can, but you also don't have to.
Yeah, but there's
You don't have
literally,
anything to prove to
yeah,
anybody.
nothing of that.
Yeah.
It's just simply what you want to try. But ask your body
Mm-hmm.
and pay attention to the signs and signals that your body is giving you. Because sometimes also we tune those out because we want to work hard and do all these things and accomplish everything that we forget to pay attention to the signs.
And that's also so important in, like, for example, prenatal yoga. It's like your
Yes.
body's changing every day.
Yes.
Every day. Even like by the hour, your body's changing. And you need to really listen
Mm-hmm.
to, like, okay, what does my body need right now?
Mm-hmm.
Rest, activity, stretching, restoration,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to fucking cry. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too. It's like you can come into yoga or you can do yoga and lay in shavasana the whole time and just be there with the energy that's working.
With the intention
You
set.
can do the asana in your mind, just like we had talked about before, like the athletic
Mm-hmm.
training and
Yeah.
Olympics. Like you can literally, like that is a practice of yoga nidra too, is just visualizing like sun salutations, ABC, like all the things like in your mind, you will still get those benefits
Mm-hmm.
in the body. Pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And also, besides that, thanking your body.
Oh, yeah.
Like, thanking your body and yourself after, I mean, always, but it could be a good reminder to do, like, to do it as part of your asana practice. At the end of it,
Mm-hmm.
you can do your gratitude practice as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
Absolutely.
'tis the season.
'Tis the season. Always.
It's always, but
But
this
yeah, this
season
is,
reminds
yeah.
us of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's so many ways you can add gratitude in. I mean, literally every time you eat, you can be thanking the earth for growing the food
The
or,
farm workers.
yeah, everyone who touched this food, everyone who assembled. If you're eating out, you can send gratitude to the chef for their creative ideas. You can,
To the line cooks, to the
yeah,
dishwashers.
absolutely. Yes,
Yeah.
to all the party people involved, even to like everyone who created your forks and spoons and knives and who
Mm-hmm.
brought in this ensemble of whatever you're sitting on. You know what I mean? Whoever curated this look or this idea of where you are. I
It
mean,
really just takes a moment of acknowledgement.
yeah. And you can really go down and just like, because there's so many things. It's like one thing leads to the next. It's like, oh yeah, and that, and that, and that.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like your soul is so filled. And it's just like, thank you. And then thank you for allowing me to be within and part of this experience.
I love how Hannah gets excited about the practice of gratitude. I'm like a lot more cynical than Hannah, if you haven't noticed. I'm like, oh my god, my soul
I'm like,
is filled.
dear food, thank you for being so pretty and colorful and not being a Crayola crayon, but actually having that color. Amen.
And then you pan the camera, cut to Mela, and she's like,
she's already eating. I'm like, hey. I'm like, and please bless Mela because she's hungry and she's saying her gratitude through food chewing.
Maybe late. She's expressing her gratitude
by chewing 56 times before you swallow. Because most digestion happens in your mouth before you swallow. I think that's science.
Important fact. Chew your food. And speaking of food, another not sponsored, but hopefully we have waiting for us as a treat for when we finish recording this episode. Hannah brought us.
Dun, 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 dun. I don't even know if I'm allowed to. won't show the logo because I don't know if I'm allowed to.
You are.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yummy cupcakes.
Yummy cupcakes. I crushed one a little, but
yeah, the only thing about like not being able to show logos, it's like if you're a really big company that are showing logos, that means like you're advertising for free. So it's like, you're wasting the company's money because we could have gotten paid to show that.
Oh, I mean, we love these cupcakes, so we don't care.
Dude, so Yummy Cupcakes, they're here in Burbank. I don't know if we've actually talked about them.
We've talked about them.
We're obsessed.
We've talked about them. I can remember.
They have a really good vegan selection, and not only they're delicious, but their vegan selection is like pretty rich.
Woman owned,
and I like it because it's not the one vegan flavor, right? Like you
there's like
and there's only
8
like
flavors.
One vegan.
And today they had a glutenless and vegan option,
which is hard to find because sometimes the vegan stuff has a lot of gluten to like either like bind as a binder or like to substitute like for meat substitutes like burger patties or all of that. There's just gluten because it's like a vegetable protein.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to be vegan and gluten-free. It's not, I mean, if you eat Whole Foods, but still, if you go out or get something that's already made, it's hard. Well, Yummy Cupcakes have one glutenless
and vegan. And it is so moist or soft. I know some people don't like that word. I'm sorry. I said it because I like that word. But
you would. You would like that word. You seem like that personality that would like, and like not only like it, but like take it really serious.
It is moist. Like it is serious. This is cake we're talking about. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So it is not like you don't mess around with like dry, crumbly ass cake. Like no. This cake, when I say it is gluten, because it's not gluten free, but it's glutenless and vegan, it is so delicious and soft and just everything. I'm like, are you kidding me? Please make more flavors because.
And I love that they have so many flavors because they have like the regular is like 5 flavors that I think they have every day, and then they rotate like monthly. I think
different ones,
some other flavors,
and then they have just a ton of flavors for anyone who's eating cupcakes in general. Yeah, that we don't eat
cupcake dough and like.
Yeah,
so many
cookie
things.
dough,
and you can like order like a batch for your birthday and just pick it up, or
a monthly subscription.
Yo, I didn't.
You didn't know, dude? I've seriously contemplated it, but that's too much. It's too much. Too many cupcakes. I know.
Just cupcakes for breakfast.
I know.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Which control?
That's Ayurvedic though, because in Ayurveda you're supposed to eat your dessert first because it's the first. You're on your tip of your tongue, right? The sweet taste buds. In Ayurveda, you're supposed to work back from tip of the tongue to the back of the tongue. So sweets are first. So you eat your
pancakes for breakfast.
Yeah, sweets and dessert first.
Hannah, you're full of curious facts.
Cake on the beach.
Dude, I'm ready.
Cupcake on the beach.
So those are waiting for us once we're done. They're in Magnolia Boulevard if you're ever in Burbank.
Yeah, so good.
Buy them because they're delish.
Look up the times. Because they have some different times now that it's pandemic.
Yeah, but pandemic times are shorter. I think it's just half of the week and only 12 to 4. Thursday to Saturday. Yeah. 12 to 4. Yeah. And again, this is not a paid.
We're not paid. We don't actually really know this information either. So call them.
Call them.
Not us for that. Hi.
So what else? What else are we talking about? Anything else that you want to say about the gratitude practice? I mean, it's about to be November, which is like, that's what I meant with 'tis the season. Yeah, I think you got that.
Tis the.
So what are you doing? I mean, what are your plans for like the next few months, like November, December?
Well, I just started grad school again.
Oh, yeah.
And it's 8 weeks.
No plans.
So that's my plans. Those are my plans. I now speak more correctly because
I'm a grad student. She's already a grad.
I already did graduate school. I just have to
But
go back a little bit
to California to
for California.
to get certified in California.
Yeah. Licensed. Yeah.
Licensed, yes.
So,
I
you
mean,
know,
yeah,
I'm just
that's
doing what I need to do.
student life.
So that's those are my plans because it's actually taking more time than I had allocated.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like, 3 classes, it's fine, I'll be fine. But no,
No,
there's a lot to do.
We're talking about that. Like when you're a full-time student, 3 classes are like
it's fine. It's whatever.
It's fine. Like 6 is like the norm.
Yeah.
I used to do 10. That was crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to do a lot too.
But then now, as a full functioning adult with a job and side projects and
all
the self-care routine and the pandemic and everything, it's just
everything.
Like 3 classes is a lot.
Yeah, and just remembering like how to read. Like, well, 1, how to read. 2, how to read those like
so quickly.
But yeah, like the scholarly articles and all of those things, then how to APA citation. It's just like all these things that not that I forgot, but
you're rusty.
I don't speak and type in APA format. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh shoot, and I have to go research APA and I have to remember how to cite things correctly and how to do all this. And then you have to respond to all these people and write papers and all these things. So I'm like, okay.
Sounds fun.
More time than I thought. So that's my plan. Okay, what about you for the next
I'm trying
season?
To get my parents here for a bit because they haven't seen the place. They've been like in lockdown since like March. They've been like just them in Mexico.
Yeah.
And there are restrictions still to like cross the border, especially coming from Mexico to here. If you're not a citizen or a resident, if you're just like visiting as a tourist, there's like restrictions. So I'm sure if you have like a special case that you can prove and then you talk to like it in the immigration office, you like build a case.
Yeah.
They will let you like case by case, but as of now, it's not just like, oh, I'm going to Walmart and coming back. Or I'm going to LA to visit my daughter and then we'll be coming. Like that's not happening. And they've been first they said that we're going to open that in September 21st. Obviously didn't happen. Then they said October 21st. It didn't happen. Now they're saying November 21st.
Wow.
But I don't know. And it's like close to Thanksgiving. So I was trying to push for them to be like, oh, so on the 21st, like just come and stay here for Thanksgiving because I'm going to have free time. And then we'll just hang out here. And then in December, I'm going there and my sisters too. And the plan is my sisters live in Mexico City. I live in LA. My parents live in the border in Mexicali, which is in Mexico. And the plan is we all go there and meet there. And then we all come back and stay here for a few days. I don't know if like before, I don't know if we're going to spend New Year's here. But the plan is to all come back and then my parents drive back, but my sisters stay.
Oh, yay.
And then it's just like us 3 for a few days.
Nice.
Because they're doing mostly remote work. So it's possible to extend that
time
break. We'll see. I don't know. Things are unpredictable right now. So that would be ideal, but we don't know what's going to happen.
I hear you.
But definitely practice gratitude. That's my
all the gratitude.
Yeah.
Well, good. I mean, I think gratitude should be a daily thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's what I'm trying to incorporate as well to my it's like meditation and gratitude. Well, even my mantra, remember that I wrote this thing?
Yeah.
It's about gratitude.
Yeah.
So I try to do that every day.
Yeah. And I mean, it doesn't have to be like this extensive long list of things. Like it can literally just be 3 things. Thank you, microphone. Thank you, couch. Thank you, Mella. Done. So easy.
Remember when I looked into your diary?
Oh yeah, my diary. My diary. My journal. I have like 12 different journals. But
And
yeah.
we were looking for like a note.
Yeah. So my notes I took about a previous podcast about the subjects of the podcast.
Mm-hmm. And we were like looking through it. And then I was like, oh shit, but I don't want to read your journal. And then all of a sudden I was like, I don't want to read your journal. Grateful for Mela.
Yeah, that's the thing. She like, her thumb is by here and she like opens this up. Oh, grateful for Mela. It was like zinging. It was like blinking off the page for real. It was like, this is insane. She's like, I don't want to read your journal, but thankful for Mela.
This is what I meant. At least I cut one of the good ones.
It's a good book.
Like,
got that gratitude journal.
Yeah, but then the patience journal, it was also like.
Yeah. Like, don't read that.
No, it's consuming all my patience.
No.
Okay, so what else? Periods, and then what about the low waist side of this? Because what do you do? What do you use? I use the menstrual cup in combination.
Oh yeah, I use nothing. I use the
period underwear.
Period underwear. Thinks.
Yeah, I use things too.
I use things.
Not sponsored by them, but
not sponsored, but we'll talk to them.
Women owned.
That'd be cool. Yeah. All I use is things.
Okay, yeah.
I don't use the menstrual cup. Mm-hmm. I just try to go to the bathroom a lot.
Okay, yeah.
Or I double up on the period underwear. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I've like stopped using the tampons because I don't want like things in me that is not of my
and
own.
They're like bleached and shit. Like there's and also it's just waste. It's just so much.
Yeah, like your skin absorbs so much, and I mean, think about like you're putting something internal.
That's
in you internally.
Absorbent. Like actively absorbs.
It's
like
taking.
Sucks.
Yeah. And you're also experiencing whatever chemicals or whatever stuff is in that. And then also just causes waste. A lot of waste.
And waste of money.
Yeah. And so many people have been doing like creative things with their menstrual blood.
Like what? I don't even.
You don't know? There's like this like vampire like painting your face or whatever. Or like
yeah. I don't
know. I don't do that, but some people
I'm not as connected.
Like some people take their menstrual blood and they'll like put it in the earth. You know what I mean? So it's not just going down the toilet. Like they'll bury it with their plants or use it for like fertilizer.
Okay.
Yeah, or stuff like that.
Put it on your face. I don't think I'm.
I think it's a thing. I've never done it.
I'm sure it's a thing.
Or drink. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Dude, don't do anything crazy. Seriously. Talk to someone who knows something.
It's not sterile. I mean, you can fertilize your plants and just flush it. Don't get that.
But yeah.
I don't know.
Google that more.
Research that from like people.
Credible source, please.
Credible sources, please.
Not just creative ideas.
Yeah. The vampire mask shit.
I'm pretty sure it was like on an episode of something on Netflix. I saw it
on Instagram as well.
Or on Instagram, yeah.
Yeah.
Easily.
But yeah, what I do is I have a menstrual cup that I use probably the first like 1 or 2 days in combination with the things.
Yeah.
With the period underwear in case it leaks. And only during the day. At night, I remove it and it's just like the super like thick thing.
Thanks. Yeah.
And that works.
Yeah, it works for me too. And I almost feel like my days of having a period are shorter because of that. Because I'm not like stopping up.
Because you're letting it flow.
Anything. Yeah, I'm just letting it all release.
It might, yeah. Because I usually have long period, like almost like 7 days period.
Okay. Yeah.
But I feel like they're a lot. Yeah, that was a car. What's the opposite of heavy? Light? They're very light towards the end. They're so much lighter.
Yes.
I still so much lighter. Something like days 5, 6, and something 7, but it's like
minimal.
Barely. Yeah. Well,
so that's fun because I never even knew these things were an option. So I think that's the coolest thing because it's like we don't have to be using. I mean, I think tampons and pads and everything are a great way. But also there's other ways you can have your period.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, and for some people that works, or for people
Yeah.
with different resources that works. Like, not everyone has access to, for example, clean water.
Right.
So what the fuck are you gonna do with a menstrual cup if you can't wash it?
Right.
Like, yeah, you need disposable things.
Yeah. Or if you're out and you're like, oh shit, I just started my period. Like, yeah, you can use toilet paper up there, but it's nice to be like, hey, do you have like a pad or something?
Hmm. Oh yeah,
Offhand.
I keep like a couple tampons and pads, one for like guests if I ever
Oh,
have
okay.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
and they're like, emergency.
Yeah.
There
Oh
you
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Or if I'm like, whatever, the
Yeah.
cup broke, or like whatever the
Yeah.
fuck.
I'm not gonna be like, here's my underwear.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm on mine too, but here we go.
Can you imagine? I would like probably like turn my underwear into a tampon. Stuck it up.
I just do
Organic cotton.
I just do toilet paper until I can deal with it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that too.
Get creative.
Right?
I like the invention you got going over here.
Yeah, I mean, if we're facing with like, I don't know, I need to go on a roller coaster and I'm wearing a skirt and the toilet paper will like fly away all bloody.
Tail.
That would be a vampire
Oh my gosh.
experience.
Yeah, have you ever like had like a leak happen that was noticed, or like through your pants, or
Of
on the
course.
seat, or
Haven't we all? I mean, definitely.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I did once,
yeah.
and I was just like fuck. And someone like gave me a pad, and I was able to. I was wearing during that time. I was wearing like mom jeans and like a really oversized t-shirt.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, it went all the way through my jeans, like my mom jeans.
Uh-huh.
But I could cover it with
the t-shirt. Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for sure. And then when I was in middle school, in like 8th grade, because in Mexico we have middle school is 7th, no, yeah, 7th, 8th, and 9th grades are middle school, and then 10, 11, 12 are high school.
Okay.
So when I was in 9th grade in middle school in Mexico, that's middle school, I was the last one to get my period, and everyone knew, and like everyone was kind of like waiting, like anticipating, like everyone wanted
when you
to
gonna
know.
get it?
Yeah, exactly. And by that I mean we were 5 girls and 25 boys, and when I say everyone, I mean like everyone knew. And I had a pad in my bag, in my backpack, and I got my period in 9th grade, and I've forgotten I had it there. And so then I pull up like a folder thing, and then it flew like woo, like 2 seats, like my right, and everyone saw it, and it was like very close to like the end of the school year, and hence the end of middle school, because we were like, it was graduation year that year. And like my best friend was sitting right next to me, and she just went like, I feel like I saw it in like slow motion, like and like covered. And this was like Catholic school, and everyone was like such a prude. I wasn't actually. I've never been like about periods or like bodies or bodily functions or anything. So I just laughed.
Yeah.
But like even the teacher, who was a guy, was embarrassed. Like, and everyone.
Yeah.
And from there, everyone started to call me like Melicotex, like.
Oh
yeah. And like they signed my t-shirt, or like my, you know how you sign your stuff, like a notebook or like whatever the fuck it is. And they would sign like Melicotex, this and this. I was like, dude, I'm glad this is ending, because that would have
sucked for high school, all of high school,
all fucking high school. Yeah, I'm like, I'm glad this happened in middle school, and I went to a different high school. Yeah, and like no one, like that died.
Yeah. Done.
Because I mean, I don't get embarrassed that often, but that would have been annoying.
Yeah.
Like,
Not the legacy you want.
Not the legacy, exactly. Especially because now it would be like Mela Menstrual Cup or
Well,
Mela
yeah.
Thinks.
Hey, at least it's an alliteration.
Not pets.
It's true. Upgrade.
That would have pissed me off the most. I'm like, no, that's not low waist.
That is not. Like, but that is a funny point that like people get embarrassed about like a tampon or a pad.
And not even like talking about like blood or like used pads.
Yeah.
No, but
just like having it.
Yeah, them existing. It's
yeah.
Like,
it's like you have to like sneak it from like your purse to your pocket and then excuse me, can I go to the bathroom? Yeah. And like what?
And toilet paper is so normalized. Like you literally wipe your anus. You wipe the shit out of your anus with toilet paper, and that's like whoop.
It's fine. Toilet paper's fine.
Whatever. But pads, it's like oh.
Yeah. Or can I have a tampon? It's all in this like whisper, like, hey,
can I have it?
Yeah.
Do you have it?
Yeah. And it's like, what? Oh yeah. Hold on. I'll meet you in the bathroom.
It's so stupid. Like for real.
Yeah.
So stupid.
It's very bizarre.
And it kind of like, because everyone does it, you feel like, oh yeah, maybe I should be more discreet and I'll just. I started not giving fucks way earlier. Probably like in high school. Like I wouldn't mind walking with a pad in my hand to go to the bathroom. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
And also later in life because I was just surrounded by gay guys. I mean, who cares?
That's true.
But at the same time, I really don't care. Like if a grown ass man gets, what is the adjective?
Like embarrassed
by menstrual stuff
or uncomfortable.
You can suck my dick, like for real. I don't care.
Yeah, but like the thing is, I guess societally, like we just don't in general even like bring it to attention.
Yeah. So
it is very hidden. And it's like a shameful thing. It's like go put you in your red tent and be gone for a week.
Dude, and this is for us, but like, have you watched this documentary about like, for example, other cultures? But there's a documentary specifically that's in India and it won prizes. I can't remember its name, but
I don't know.
It's on Netflix and it's attached to a campaign because it's about that like periods being such taboo in India to the point that we're like, especially in more like marginalized families, where they're just like, oh, you're in your period, you have to, for the whole time the period lasts, you have to live in a shed outside. You can't be here.
What?
And like in Italy, there's also this like, oh, you can't cook if you're in your period because you'll affect.
Interesting.
Blah, 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 blah. Like there's all like so many superstitions about it, but they all point out to it being dirty or like that makes you dirty or like that makes you this or that's like in many also like religions that you can't like be part of some religious rituals
or ceremonies,
or ceremonies.
Yeah.
Like, there's like so many things. But this particular documentary is attached to an organization that started making pads, but like using local women. So employing them and teaching them how to make these pads and also selling them. So it was like a whole chain of where you could start like making them and then you would sell them and then you would also be helping other women because some women just can't get to where you can buy, like not even like not having the money to buy them,
just not even accessible to the product.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So it's good something period. I need to remember the name because I hate when I'm like is this thing, but
dude, that happens to me all the time.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that it'll come to me, or maybe it never will. Who knows?
Exactly. Period. End of sentence. That's the name of the documentary.
On Netflix, you said?
It's on Netflix.
Interesting.
Period. End of sentence. Recommend. And if you can donate after watching it to that cause, that would also be great. because yeah, it talks about, like that disparity that exists for like getting just period, what's it called, period things.
I was like, the
Dude,
end?
there's like a whole name for this situation and a whole name for what I'm talking about, but I just can't remember the words today. That happens to me.
Yeah.
That happened to me last week too.
It's maybe this time.
It's this time. It's like I'm winding.
It's probably,
down.
yeah.
And
It's about time to wrap.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Days are getting shorter, so that's affecting me too. Already sleepy. But yeah, watch the documentary and I mean, let us know what you think, and also let us know, like in the comments, let us know about what your experience is, or
what you do with your
what you do
period,
with
what
period.
physical activity or not.
Yeah.
How you
Yeah.
how you embrace your menstrual cycle.
Yeah.
And power.
If you exactly empower, because
so powerful, that portal.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the portal of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they put them in tents and sheds and stuff, because they're scared.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. So yeah, let us know. And also let us know if there's anything else you want us to talk about.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think that's it.
That's
for
good.
today.
Yeah.
Period.
This is it. Period. Wait, what was it called?
Period.
End of sentence. That's right.
Bye.
Bye.